Wow, golden, crispy but not dry at all. The smell is incredible. Perfectly cooked. Can you resist? I can't. Looks like we have a beautiful pizza here for dinner. I am Flavia Diamante and no, this is an alien tech. This is the Typhur Dome II, an air fryer like you've never seen before. Today we're going to put this beauty to the test, reviewing its features and cooking up a whole spread of delicious food. Even my brand new homemade thin crust pizza recipe. The Typhur Dome II is a self-cleaning air fryer with 15 functions and a 360 degrees heating system. It is powered by dual heat technology. That means you can cook from the top, from the bottom, or from both, depending on the settings you choose. It also packs one of the highest thermal compression levels on the market, thanks to its unique chamber design, which is wide but also shallow. Translation: faster, more even cooking. Exactly what we'll test out in a moment. We're starting with a pound of frozen fries. Check out this basket, so spacious. It can even hold a 12-inch pizza easy. That's going to come in handy when we're going to make our own homemade pizza. In general, a larger basket means food doesn't overlap, so it cooks faster and more evenly. Let's take out the grid. There we go. Everything inside is non-stick, PFAS free, and coated with durable ceramic. Just avoid metal tools to prevent scratches, obviously. And yes, all parts are dishwasher safe. I'll give the grid a quick spray. Probably not necessary, but I'll do it anyway. Following Typhur's instructions, select air fry 330 Fahrenheit or 165 Celsius for 17 minutes. Press play. All set. Some presets require preheating. Air fry mode skips it, though that might affect the overall cook time. We'll find out. Wow, golden. And crispy. Right on time. And unlike other air fryers we have tested, this came out evenly golden without shaking the basket once. Sprinkle of salt. Crispy but not dry at all. Italian sausages, the real kind, no fennel seeds. A couple of chicken thighs, seasoned with rosemary, garlic and pepper. Mini burgers, 2 small patties stuffed with taleggio cheese and wrapped with pancetta. Think of pancetta as the gourmet cousin of bacon. A boneless pork chop and turkey breast skewers with sweet paprika and pepper. Timing's the tricky part, so some cuts may finish sooner than others. We'll start with everything in the basket except the skewers. Bello! Look at that browning. Alright, skewers go in. Now I'm going to switch on broil at 450 Fahrenheit. That way more heat comes from the top, giving us the perfect Maillard reaction. Shall we say 3 minutes? The smell is incredible. Time to check the temps. If you got Typhur Sync wireless probe, this part is seamless, no more guessing. You can track everything in the app following the temperature rather than the timing. In my case, I'm just using a regular probe, wired probe. And it seems everything ready except for the chicken thighs. No surprise there. I'll give it another 5 minutes, probably. In the meantime, look at these pancetta wrapped mini cheeseburgers. Crispy outside, molten cheese inside, and look at the sausages. It's going to be difficult to wait. And finally, the chicken is very likely to be ready now. Look at that golden, crispy skin. Now it's time to slice everything and try it out. Starting with the pancetta wrapped mini cheeseburgers. Wow, as tasty as they are feeling. Next up, the sausages. Not dry at all, super juicy. Incredible. Great salsicce, great mix. Let's move into the pork chop. This is cinta senese, which is a breed of pigs. Unbelievably tender. This is premium meat, cinta senese. And with a meat of this kind, all you need is just a sprinkle of salt, nothing else. Onto the skewers, perfectly cooked, moist, flavorful, with the paprika taking it to the next level. And finally, the chicken thighs. Will they be dry inside? Not a chance. They're super juicy, full of flavor. But what about baking and roasting? Here we will test with an Italian Sunday's favorite, lasagna. Lasagna alla Bolognese, precisely. If you guys follow Piatto and Piatto recipes, you know we have published a masterclass on how to make the perfect lasagna Bolognese. Check the video to learn how to make this beauty that we'll cook today on the Dome II air fryer. We're going to cook this lasagna using the roast preset, but let's program everything using the app this time. Here we go, we have our modes and presets and the self-cleaning tab, which we'll address later. As we said, roast. I want most of the heat to come from the top for a perfect crisp finish without risking to burn the button. If you do have the wireless sync probe, then select it, and the cooking monitoring will follow the internal temperature of the food. No more guessing. Otherwise, stick with the timer mode. 200 Celsius or 390 Fahrenheit, 10 minutes, press start. See, what you have to do now is press start on the air fryer itself. You can pause the cooking via the app, but you cannot start it directly. I believe it's for safety reasons. Anyway, let's press start. Full in sync. Perfect. The smell here is unbelievable. I think this lasagna is ready. Here we go, let's find out. Smells so good. Yes, I think it's done. 10 minutes for a lasagna for 4. Not bad. Can you resist? I can't. I'm gonna go for it. The ragu smells delicious. And look at the crosticina, super crispy crust of the pasta, just to die for. Look at the river of besciamella. Let's have a bite then. Ti prende a schiaffi. The Typhur air fryer did the classic justice. Thin-crust pizza, a classic staple of any Italian pizzeria. Let's make our pizza first. I'm gonna go fast here. Check the description for the recipe or go to our website, piattorecipes.com. If you are into pizza, focaccia, bread and baked goods, check out our numerous videos on the Piatto and Piatto Recipes channels on YouTube. You won't regret it. When it comes to roasting or baking, thermal or heat compression matters a lot. It reduces the cook time, thus preserving the water content of your bakes. Because the Typhur Dome II has a cooking chamber that is narrow and the heat elements are so close to the food, having 450 degrees in a 360 degrees convection oven like this one is equivalent to a lot more in a traditional oven. That is very useful for a classic round pizza, which in pizzerias usually is cooked in a blazing fast 90 seconds or less using wood, fire or gas ovens that reach 900 Fahrenheit or 500 Celsius. I'm going to cook the pizza using the pizza setting, so top and bottom heating elements fully engaged, and we need to reach the highest temperature we can. And let's see, I'm going to start with 10 minutes, then I'll check and eventually put the cheese on top. Now, the pizza setting requires preheating. The air fryer will apply it for you and it won't count towards your total cooking time. And while it preheats, I'm going to stretch the dough ball, the first dough ball. Here are 4 panetti, 4 dough balls. They're gonna be stretched thin to form our pizzas. Look how nice the dough is stretched out, very thin, round and bubbly. Now the real challenge here is to transfer the pizza into the basket. Normally we transfer the pizza to a hot pizza stone using a pizza paddle, which is what I'm going to do today. The issue that I foresee though is that the basket has straight sides that will force me to go in with a steeper angle, with a risk of ending up with an omelette instead of a pizza. In other words, the pizza might just roll like a carpet and good night. Let's be optimistic. There is a first time for everything, and this is the first time I cook a pizza with an air fryer. Normally I put the tomato sauce right here before going into the oven, but my sixth sense tells me that is not a great idea here because of the transferring issue that I'm expecting. So let's transfer the pizza first instead, and then I'm gonna put the tomato sauce on top. Yeah, let me see if I can adjust it a bit, at risk of burning my fingertips. Alright, it's not too bad. The pizza is already cooking, by the way. A couple of spoons of tomato, pizzaiola sauce, which is tomato, olive oil and salt. And in it goes. I smell the pizza in the air. Beautiful! 10 minutes are even a bit too much. Next one I'm gonna cook it for just 8 minutes. It is time to add the mozzarella, I'm going to switch the program to grill because I want the full top and a partial bottom heat, 450 Fahrenheit for say 3 minutes, just to melt the cheese and crisp out the crust. Looks like we have a beautiful pizza here for dinner. A few basil leaves. Done. Notice how thin it is. Let's slice it. Time for a bite. Delicious. It is crispy, not chewy. Overall, I would say a good bake and a good pizza. Now I have 3 more to go. I can't stand the fact that this pizza wasn't exactly the shape I wanted, for the reasons I have explained, the issue with the transfer. So let's see if I can do better with the next one. This is more like 13 inches. I'm going to leave a side dangling down the shovel. I'm going to have that touch the basket first. It should help a little to transfer the pizza. Let's see. Yep, definitely better than the first time. However, I still have to go quickly in with my fingers to adjust it. Yeah, definitely better. Sauce in. I'm going to reduce the time of cooking to 8 minutes this time, plus 2 minutes on grill with the mozzarella. Much better, don't you think? Basil, and it's ready. So you have your thin crust pizza like in Pizzeria tonight. The Pizzeria is your dining room. I don't want to say it was the easiest thing to do. Definitely easier to transfer a frozen pizza into the basket. For the homemade, you will need to figure out the best way to transfer the dough. Other than that, the bake was excellent. Now let's talk about cleaning the Typhur Dome II. Like I mentioned, the basket and the plate are dishwasher safe, and honestly, there's not much to clean, at least for me today. A little soap and a sponge would do the trick. For the heating chamber, first we wipe out any large food residue, then we run the self-cleaning program. Typhur recommends doing this once a month, possibly even more depending on how much you cook with it. It couldn't be easier. It's fully automated. Look at the heat elements before. You can see there are some splashes of grease on the top, especially on the top. You can start the cycle from the app or by pressing both the grill and reheat buttons at the same time. The regular cycle runs for 60 minutes. During that time, the machine will be on its own, so you won't be able to operate the machine. Note a warning, the outside of the machine tends to run hot, so you're not gonna get burned, but you better not touch it. take a look at how it is right now. It worked really well. Typhur has built a true technical masterpiece, solving the biggest issue with most air fryers: food drying out. Top and bottom heating elements that can be engaged independently, paired with a superb heat distribution from an ultra-efficient whisper quiet fan. In fact, in pizza mode, it was so silent I wasn't even sure it was running. Now, the shorter height of the chamber and the basket does limit what you can cook. No whole turkeys here. But the compact design creates thermal compression, a term that I used before, helping food cook faster, more evenly. Plus, the self-cleaning function gives real peace of mind. Running once a month and you know your fryer is free of rancid grease or residue. Are there areas to improve? Just one, in my opinion. The pizza we made was legit, a true Italian thin crust, but with homemade dough transferring into this basket is tricky. Frozen pizza, no problem. Here's my idea. If the back side of the basket folded down, you could slide the pizza in with a paddle, no fuss. That kind of add-on, or maybe a Dome 3 upgrade, would make this a real competitor to prosumer pizza ovens. Still, the baking results were fast and amazing, so close to perfection. If you want to add the Typhur Dome II to your kitchen, you can get 10% off at typhur.com with the promo code Piatto10. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more classic, battle-tested recipes from Italy and beyond.